Welcome back, dear viewers, to the McGee's residence, where everyone is so sad. And yet they keep forgetting that their children are gone. But, anyway, let's pester them some more about... Tell me about witches! So, you believe that witches killed your daughters?
Aye, and not just any witches. I'm sure it must have been that crazy old hag that lives in the cottage outside of town. I've caught glimpses of her wandering into the woods, muttering to herself.
Oh, so he doesn't believe that it's Mary.
Aye, that woman is bad news.
So you don't think Mary Blaine had anything to do with it?
She's obviously working with that old woman.
Aye, she didn't just escape the scene fast enough, and that's why she's in jail. I have no doubt she'll confess before they hang her, and identify the old hag as her accomplice. Then we can finally be rid of those two witches for good.
Who is this old lady?
Witch, lad! She's a witch!
Do you have any proof of that?
Not for certain, but as I said, she lives alone, spends ages in the woods.
God knows what horrible things she does out there.
If only I had some solid evidence to link her to our daughter's murder, I'd go over there right now and give her a piece of my mind.
What's her name? Maybe I can go talk to her.
We don't know her name, but it doesn't matter. She won't talk to you. She doesn't talk to anyone.
Well, it's still worth a shot. Is there anything you can tell me about the village?
It's perfect! This place used to be so nice and peaceful before children started being murdered in the streets.
Now, Ellen, calm down. Children are not being murdered in the streets.
The woods are just as bad. This village isn't safe anymore.
You're right about that. This village was our home for many years, but we're leaving.
Leaving? Where are you going?
We're headed to Kelso. My brother lives there, and we'll be staying with him until we find a new residence.
I'm sorry to hear you'll be leaving your home.
There's nothing left for us here anyway.
Except for your painting. You gonna pack your painting too? I couldn't help but notice that portrait over your fireplace.
Oh, that's me late Uncle Fred.
I don't mean to sound rude, but why is he so pale and bald?
He had cancer, and shortly before he died, he asked to have his portrait done.
Oh, I see. I haven't got anything further to ask.
So be it.
Don't hesitate to come back if you think of any more questions.
I won't. Well, goodbye, strange people who lost your Scottish accent. Well, I'm gonna get going.
Goodbye, Mr. Jordan.
Let's see. What's over here? In the distance you can see a large stone tower. It must be the famous Smalem Tower you've heard tell about. Ah, so this is where the church is. Well, let's go over to the church since they talked about their children loving church so much and being buried there. Now, oddly enough, you can't go inside the church. Ben just does not want to go. I guess Ben is a heathen. What's with these graves? Oh. Smalem Church looks like it's been standing here at least 3 centuries. Margaret Billings. Rest ye with the angels. Edgar McGraw. Loving father, husband, and 3-time Smalem caber toss? Is that what it is? Champion? I have no idea what caber is. Alice Wilkins. Smalem's oldest living resident. Morgana Blaine. God have mercy on your soul! Yikes. Blaines really aren't liked. Harrison Krim. Gone, but never forgotten. This grave belongs to the McGee children. The McBee children. Jessica and Julia McBee. Rest now, we children, for ye are with the Lord. Okay, well, I guess I'll head back, because you can't go off to the right. Oh, come on, Ben Jordan. You can do it. And we can't go anywhere else from here. You can't go... Yeah, okay. So, let's travel over here instead. And venture off into the great unknown. What's this? A gnarled old leafless tree looms over the area. It kind of gives you the creeps. Is that a knothole I see? Yes, a large knothole is set into the tree trunk. Find nothing of interest inside the knothole. Well, that's just deceptive. A battered old signpost indicates that the town of Smalem to the north and the Smalem Tower to the west. Let's see if we can break into that tower and read all their books. This large and looming building is the Smalem Tower. The door is locked with a giant padlock. We should just bust the door open. You think about climbing the tower, but see, there are no footholds or anything to assist you. It's too bad. Can we go swimming? Get the feeling that swimming in this lake would be an unpleasant experience. That's true. Might not be a good idea. So let's see what's over to the east. Oh! Hey, come back! You get back here. Alright, come on. What are you doing? Ooh, push her in, Ben! Fine. The old woman stops at the riverside. You decide to keep out of sight.
River of life, I call upon your spirits.
The old woman begins some incantation, but you can't hear her very well over the sound of the river. Ooh! That was awesome. Well, what do you know? Looks like we've got ourselves a witch. Is the water nice now? The water is very cold. Off in the distance you see an old stone bridge that you'll never cross, because the game won't let you. It's a large tree providing some shade to the area. Well, let's see if we could catch that woman and pester her about her magic river thingamajig. You hear some shuffling inside the cottage. Then a voice says, "Who is it?" Excuse me. Hello, my name is Ben Jordan. I'm a paranormal investigator. The voice says,
So what? What do you want from me?
I was wondering if I could come in and ask you a few questions.
The voice says, No! I don't take visitors! Now go away!
Well, I saw you by the river. Ma'am, I really appreciate it if you'd let me in.
The voice says, No way, no how!
Then maybe I'll just go back to the village and tell the constable about your little spell by the river. So there's a long pause. Finally, you hear the door being unbarred and a voice saying,
I suppose you'd better come in.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Ben Jordan, paranormal investigator, like I told you.
What do you want from me? I'm just an old woman.
Please calm down, ma'am. I just wanted to ask some questions.
Well, that's all right, I suppose.
First of all, what were you doing down by the river?
Was hoping no one would see me. We're all so superstitious around here. I'm Wiccan. In simpler terms, I suppose you could say I'm a witch.
But Wiccans aren't evil. They practice nature magic.
You surprise me, young man. I expected you to have the mindset of the townsfolk.
You have to be open-minded and do your research when you're in my line of work, ma'am.
It would seem so. By the way, my name is Wilma Wiggins. Welcome to my cottage, Ben.
Okay, I guess, let's see. Why is there a chair in the middle of... There's a wooden chair on a rug in front of the bookshelf. This must be where Wilma reads. Oh, I see. Bookshelf contains many books! Oh, quelle surprise! Okay. The shelf contains a few Wiccan-looking items. It's Wilma's bed. I hope you aren't suggesting what I think you're suggesting. No, not at all. It'd be rude to just take her things. While the titles do look interesting, you haven't got time to read now. Okay, and I think I've just about hit the time limit, so we're gonna talk to Wilma Wiggins, the Wiccan, next time on Ben Jordan, Paranormal Investigator.